Ooh, yeah. It's time to relax and chill. Yeah. It's time to celebrate the weekend. It's Aloha Friday. No work till next week. Ooh, yeah. Let's kick back and relax. Hang out with the fam. It's Aloha Friday. Let's get this show started. Ooh, yeah.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Aloha Friday, and happy Aloha Friday, everyone. We've made it to the end of the week. We are here. It is time to relax and chill. And guys, we do have your fairy pin mother in the house today, guys, as we are going to be interviewing Briar Jay today on Aloha Friday. I can't wait to get her into the studio. But before we do that, let me get my wife into the studio. Dee, how are you?
Good morning, everybody. It's Aloha Friday. Happy Aloha Friday.
Oh, here we go.
No work till whenever. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, it's been a while since I did that, but yeah, it's been a while since we've kind of done this
Dee.
kind of thing. What?
It's our co-producer. She's back. What is up,
She made it out of the
Raven?
wilderness.
You're Miss Raven.
You
You've
survived.
been missed. Look at her. What's up, Raven? Anyways, I see Comic.
Awesome.
I see you. Anyways, sorry.
What's up,
Ruined the
Comic? What's up,
monologue.
Shankster? No, it's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show. We do have Briar Jay on. I'm really excited to talk with her, and yeah, talk about the whole collecting space in general, digital, and get her story and whatever else she wants to share with us. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this one.
Let's go.
And I know she's don't let just the fairy pin mother handle fool you, because she's in a lot of things, and she, the space, the Web3 space, digital space is pretty diverse. And I know that she's got, if she had octopus legs, she would be in all of the pots. So can't wait to speak with her and get her take on other projects that she might be looking at, other communities, as well as talk more about Disney Pinnacle and Disney in general, because we know some things about Disney, Hinano, but I'm sure she could give us a whole encyclopedia of everything.
I don't know anything about Disney. I'm a comic book guy, let alone I prefer the DC side of things, but I can be learned. I can be learned.
Yes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the conversation. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in, whether you're here now or if you're going to watch on the replay. Yeah, thank you all for your support and being here.
Also, shout out to our friends at Collectoria, because we are also streaming live YouTube, X, and in the Collectoria app right now. Shout out to Jan and Josh. The social hub for collectors, where you can shop, stream, do gaming, events, and all types of stuff, guys. Go and follow our friends at Collectoria right here. I'm going to give you guys the link to their oops, my bad. Look at that. YouTubery. The link to their X right there, which will get you to the download. I believe they do have their Android download, and they're waiting on their Apple. So shout out to them, and let's go. Let's get her in, D.
Yeah, let's beam her up. Let's get
All
her
right,
into
guys,
the studio.
stand by. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in.
That's
been
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
captain seat, right?
Yeah.
I'm a bit rusty. Let's go.
Light the way with hope. Let kindness grow in every step. Let the good vibes flow. Together we rise with the brighter day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Briar Jay from Collected and Connected. What is up?
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Oh, I like that. Hey y'all, aloha.
Yeah, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then someone told me when I spoke, I sounded like I was from the Midwest, and I was like, "What? You must not be from this country, because I don't think I sound like I'm from the Midwest." But y'all better correct me if I'm wrong.
You also said y'all.
That is the y'all, but I went to training in Oklahoma, and I was such a fish out of water there because I'm Hawaiian, right? And so I'm telling everyone, "Hey, aloha, aloha." What y'all saying there? Anyways, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Also, for the people watching, if you're watching now live or on the replay or the app, we appreciate you for watching every single time. D, I'll let you have it.
Yeah. Before we continue, did you talk about the PDL, or that will be for later?
I did not. Go right ahead.
So we do have Briar Jay, and you can also enter into it. We do it later on in the show, but we do have what we call PDLs, which are promotional designer logos. And basically, it's a logo of our digital logo of all of our 11 shows that we have. So if people collect all of them, they'll have access to this mystery box, which also unlocks their chances to be able to win some free merchandise that we have in our e-store, on our Etsy store. And this is some of it. We've got a wide variety of things. Plethora of different things. But yeah, we give the logos away for each show that we have, so people can collect and hopefully be entered on the wheel for those promotional rewards, is what we call it. So
Briar, you're gonna get one for coming on the show today. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. I'm learning as I go. This whole entire space has been a wild ride.
Fun. It's fun, isn't it?
Well, let's get into it. And I know I saw you kind of like dancing, to the music when it was starting. So appreciate that you love the music and the vibe. So we're gonna just kick it off and get your take on the space. But we want to know your story. If you can kind of give us an idea of, the whole Disney vibe in general. But did that start like when you were a little girl, when you were younger, to be into Disney specifically? And how did that evolve as you got older and as you started collecting? Or maybe you started collecting when you were younger, but how did that evolve as you got older until now? Fairy Pin Mother, how did that come? How did that even start? So yeah, let's start from the very beginning if you're able to.
Let's go.
Once upon a time.
It's time to go. I do love all that music and all the vibes. Let me just give a quick shout out. I'm wearing a surf shop that I just got to experience in North Carolina, Harmony. They are all about what we talk about regularly, the good vibes. Got a little.
You surf?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. I East Coast surf, which means I can get on a longboard and
I boogie board. Okay.
In a wetsuit.
I'm a whole man. I boogie board.
I always joke to people, if I run away and you can't find me, I'm in Costa Rica selling hot dogs and surfing, like between the sets. And people are like, selling hot dogs. Like, yeah, who eats hot dogs in Costa Rica? I don't know. These are all just assumptions I'm making. I'm probably wrong, but no, these guys were just so cool. The story behind why and like life is too short to not just go live in harmony, and we should all be coming together for these things. And and yes, once upon a time, I did like to rhyme. When my mom, read Dr. Seuss and stuff to me, and I'd say that Walt Disney, as a child, here are the people: Walt Disney, Dr. Seuss, Pee Wee Herman.
Ooh.
Right? Oh man, Mr. Rogers, 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 right? Like that guy. So all of that kind of stuff. But my first experience with Disney was being at my Bopshi's house and having the clamshell videos and only having like 2.
Oh, the white box? Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And it was Sleeping Beauty and Robin Hood. And those are my 2 favorite people asked me this on a different space, and I was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, you kind of fumble when you talk about Disney because there are just so many different categories and buckets, right? Like, original princesses, or the princess like, oh, I'm a damsel in distress. Oh, I need someone to save me.
Right.
Like Moana smacking the rock in the face, you know what I mean? And that's pretty cool, right? To take like these girls and what was that? Briar, right? Like that. I keep always thinking about Sisu because my daughter is like, I love Sisu, but just that story of like pulling all these people together and bridging all these gaps. So I'm a little bit off topic, but it was being a little kid and watching these movies and kind of being trapped to only watch 2 of them over and over again, but learning the story. And I know for a fact, like the humor in Robin Hood is like way adult for a kid. And so like to be able to understand what they were doing and get it, I didn't know that I was understanding it. Right. Same thing with Jungle Book. I think Jungle Book was probably in there too. Ooh, right. Like you gotta get that little, like anytime there was music, I think they've lost some of that. That's a criticism of Disney now. I feel like some of the music,
the pizzazz is not there like it was back in the day. Yeah.
But it was going. My dad worked for Nationwide Insurance in Columbus, Ohio, and all on the East Coast.
Nationwide has got your side, right?
Yeah, dog. And like they would send you on these trips. In fact, I went to Hawaii, to the Big Island. This is all I can remember though, because I was young. So like, please, if I butcher this, just correct me and then tell me what I'm actually remembering. But it was this place, I think like maybe Saved by the Bell or something ended up going there, where like it had a lagoon and it had a tramp monorail and it had a boat. Like it was
the Hilton.
The Hilton.
So fancy.
Yeah.
No beach. You had to take like this crappy little like bumpy ride and like about to throw up like to get to the beach. But
this is a man-made beach, right?
Right. It was the little lagoon, right? And so like, but that experience, like sleeping in a hammock and like hearing the waves and stuff as a smaller person, you know, from these business trips, that was one of my most favorite experiences. Like, what a beautiful,
the Indiana Jones Bridge, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Like you guys live in just such a beautiful place. So fortunate, right?
I got a funny story about that resort. I used to work there as a torchlighter. So for the luau's, I would run around in a malo, or as we call it, a Hawaiian diaper, and a loincloth, and I would light all 62 torches, and I had to do it before dusk. So I had 1 hour, and the issue I had was, and back then you had the disposable cameras. All the tourists would be like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you? Oh, it's a Hawaiian, you know," and you're with a little Fuji. And if I didn't get those torches lit, all 60 by 1 hour, it wouldn't be good. But I ran that entire resort as a kid.
That's crazy. I was there and like,
it's my first job.
Well, that's cool. You know, maybe that's why we're crossing paths. We were on the same path one day a long time ago. No, but the trips that I remember were the ones to Disney, right? So we're going to Disney. We get to stay in the Swan, which if you know anything about Disney World, right? There's the Swan and the dolphin, and anybody who looks at the dolphin says that statue is not a statue of a dolphin. It's totally a fish, but I digress. And we would go to these like laser light shows where they fill the room with like smoke. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Back in the day, and it like smelled kind of like mint or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
No. I remember Arcade talking about. So we have an artist in Web3 that really creates this art called the Light Parade art, and he was inspired from Disney when he used to go to those light parade. I guess those light parades at night, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming that's similar.
Yeah, it was different. They were using like green lights. This is like old school pew pew pew, like the stage. Like Mary Lou Retton came out and like did flips and shit across the stage. Wild. Like I saw some cool stuff as a kid, right? But it was going to Epcot Center, going into Spaceship Earth, going into Living with the Land, looking at the technology, looking at the future. Those are the things that like, whoa. And then you meet Figment as a child and it's like, dream your biggest dream, motherfucker. Because you can do anything you want. And you're like, okay, I will. And then you transform into a little kid artist who like they literally thought my parents, I found this stuff. My parents have both ceased to live. And I found this stack of stuff that my mom had kept for me, right? And I'm reading these poems and writings from second and third grade. And I'm like, yo, I wrote that stuff. Like, that is like adult
you
level
kept
thinking.
it all this time. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, ultimately I got away from it. Life got really wild. Childhood was not the coolest or easiest. I'll be real, you know, and you just kind of fight forward. And I was like, I'm going to go, you know, I wrote my 8th grade paper. It's about me. And it says, how do I know if I'm accomplished? And it said, I will know that I've accomplished what I'm trying to do because one person in this world will go out and be amazing because of something I encourage them to do. And like, that's a really paraphrasing of what I wrote, but it really is who I am. I'm always trying to like find ways to build people up. So I went into education and got in there, and I was dyslexic, and now we know autistic and ADHD, right? And I was like, please make this stop. It was too much. They stuck me in 5th grade my first semester. Ooh. And I was like, I'm 18 and these kids
you have a helmet?
Cool. I can't do this, you know? And so I fought with the little university. It's a university now, Wilmington University in Delaware, and said, I want to take photography, not this shit on a slide. I'm going to take it on film. And they were like, no. And I was like, do it. And then everybody could do it, which was kind of fun and cool. And then I just fell in love with the creative process of capturing images. And then I was doing audio. I learned how to do audio editing and video editing with After Effects and Photoshop 4 and all this crap. And so I became like this artist who just like didn't know what I was doing. And, you know, I remember at the end of that associate's degree.
Isn't that typical though, Briar? Isn't that typical? Usually when you're an artist, you're just trying to figure it out as you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I've taught people art for so long. I forget about my own experience of growing through it. You know, it's like the teacher's like, everybody take a self-portrait, right? This is my first photography class. And people are like playing the piano and it's their dog. And here I am in men's underwear with my dreadlocks and pigtails tied behind my head and like spray painted a tiny little box, a black box, and shoved myself in this box, right? That didn't look like anybody else's. And so at that moment, I was like, oh, maybe I should be doing that. You know, like that's a fun time. And so I just spent time creating photography, learning to sculpture, making immersive spaces, really just wanting people to be like, feel whatever was going on. And everything about art for me is like a record. So again, like here's all that stuff. Got totally away from it. Went and coached swimming after grad school, taught college, did all of this art stuff, but never, you know, was always collecting Vans, skateboards, skate shirts, snap tops. It's not, you know, my Disney story is kind of wild because it's really Disney Pinnacle that made me like go back into space and remember the core of like what Walt Disney created for me, which was all of that other time that I was doing all this other stuff. Right.
Yeah.
So, sorry for the long-winded explanation of
that's
that.
what we like. That's what we like here. Yeah. And please go on tangents. We love tangents.
Well, it's like, it's sort of the same though, right? Because you're asking me, how did I get to this Disney place? Well, I had to go be a creative person to be able to be in this NFT, Web3, digital environment space, I think, to even understand what was going on. And at those times I was wanting to make art. Like I was in grad school at Towson and like we were going to UMBC to learn technology. And like you would see the computer be like, yeah, look, that doesn't take 36 hours to render a 5-minute video, you know, like, holy shit. And then they were showing us all this stuff. I said, I learned how to make contact mics. So I started doing like the basic stuff because I figured I didn't want to learn the technology while it was developing. I just wanted to jump in when it was ready to go for me, which is AI being involved, like life game changer for somebody who can think faster than their brain could ever put something out, you know? And anyway, I just think NFTs are the way. I think Disney Pinnacle is doing something different. And, you know, I'll stop there, let you ask more questions, but that's kind of how I got here. Really?
Yeah, and I resonate a lot with what you said, and I think I started in Pinnacle maybe a year. Was it a year or two they came in? It was right when they did the open edition pins. The first print of those, and that's what I own is mainly the first print. That's when I started buying. That's when there was no marketplace and all that stuff. And we'll compare our pin. Maybe we'll do some trades today. Who knows? But it sounds like you got back into collecting because of the digital. Same here. So I got back into collecting because of the VV comic books, right? So and I wasn't really a big Marvel fan, but VV's got a huge library of Marvel, and I'm a big X-Men fan. And so that really is what got me back into collecting comics, because I used to collect comics in the 90s. Big Image fan, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee guys, when they went to Wildcats and all that stuff. So when I bought that first comic book, it really reminded me of how I enjoyed the stories of comics, the art. I enjoyed the art, and then the creativity. I've been a creative person my whole life. And that's really what steamrolled this. And then I got my wife into collecting. And so now we're a huge collecting family. I don't have my long boxes in here because we had a hurricane. I moved them out. So, but we have like, I don't know, 35 boxes between the garage and then now in the hallway. Now they're in the hallway just to keep them safe.
They're in a safer spot now.
Yeah, but like to kind of resonate, it was the digital that got me back into collecting, and now I'm collecting digital and physical. But because of the hurricane, now I'm really thinking about the digital is really where we need to be.
Yeah.
But that's me in a skinny D.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same. Like, and I've said this before. Like, I collected a bunch of random things when I was younger, and I didn't even know that was really collecting until you talk about it. Yeah, many years later today, and yeah, I mean, I like comics, but I guess I couldn't collect them when I was younger. It was just mainly like, marbles and Beanie Babies and just stuff like that. Things that girls got. But like my brother had, all the cool action figures, all the cool cars, and all the cool like DC characters, all the cool comics. And I was like, I want to collect those. Like, I want cool Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. And so I don't know, my mom probably didn't realize it, but I love DC and I love those characters. So I used to sneak in and when my brother wasn't around and play with all his stuff and then, put him away before he got home. But then like years later, now in my adult life, there's this whole digital side of things. And like Hinano said, when, BB got him back into collecting comics, I also got into it. I'm like, oh, this is a great chance for me to actually collect all those things that I wanted that my brother had and I couldn't. And so that's kind of how it started for me. And then, yeah, Hinano and I were like, oh yeah, we can collect digitally. We don't, we can have room in your office. We can have room upstairs. We don't need to like, collect any physical stuff anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then we got a few towns over, one of this guy randomly opens up a comic book shop. And so we're in that town having lunch and we're getting sushi and stuff. And we're like, oh, there's a comic book place here. And so we walked in and that was a mistake. So we walked
$500 later and 2 short box. I'm not joking. We still have those short boxes too.
Yeah, we do. We still have those comics. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this one is on VV. I need to match the digital with the physical. And then just looking at some of the other covers that weren't on the VV app, I'm like, whoa, this looks kind of cool though, just for the art. I don't know anything about this character, but I love this person and how they did all the art because I'm not, I don't draw. I'm not really an artistic person, so to speak. And so for me, in a way of just being able to collect that was me that was my artistry way to do stuff. And so by the time, we get back home, I'm like, oh man. So, there's comics that drop every week. So are we supposed to be matching them every week? And hence why we have so many short and long boxes. But yeah,
we've consolidated now. We've figured out what we really want, right? Versus buying everything in sight, right? So I've kind of just filtered down to like DC now. I'm a big fan of the Absolute series, Absolute Batman. So that's kind of where I'm honing in on my collection. But my wife here, she loves her Funkos. We've got a bunch of pins.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite Funko?
Me, my Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I believe it's in Hinano's office up there. There's
I
There's a
get
shelf
it.
up there, and there's
Maybe.
stuff stacked up there.
It's next to
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, and you know.
You know,
And
my
like-
favorite one is Tupac, and I have him on my rear view mirror.
Oh, no
My-
kidding.
It was my mom's favorite. My mom's favorite hip hop artist. She used to work in prisons, and
Oh,
and like I just grew up in the '90s on the East Coast, and like it was like East Coast, West Coast. So I was like, yo, Tupac is saying
Yeah.
something cool. So I always have him on the rear view, and then I was listening to this hip hop song, and it was like Tupac in my rear view. I was like, is this my song?
is this a
Literally,
song
what
about
just
me?
happened?
It's a sign.
Oh, and Oswald, they got Oswald as a favorite Funko. Yo, Oswald is awesome.
Oh, Raven,
sure.
yeah.
Here, I'm gonna grab it.
Loves
I have to
Oswald.
grab it, and I'll be right back.
Okay, we have to see.
Oh, he's gonna be doing a show and tell. Yeah, Raven asked if you collect on BB. I believe you do, right? Or-
Yeah, so I just was like testing the water. Someone was teaching me, you know, and I I do have a PP. It's funny. Oh my God, they're gonna make so much fun of me. So this is the funniest thing. I just found this great project, OG Peanut, over Saturday morning, making breakfast with my daughter, just turned on Spaces. And I want to shout out to all the VV fam for real. Like those people, they really are homies, like for life. Like you meet these people and it's like instantaneous. Just, there was just a lot of clicking today. I told him, I was like, you guys are like making positive change in my life because you're introducing me to stuff I just didn't know existed and giving me confidence to like go into a random space and actually like try to talk.
Yeah. I've been seeing you in a lot of spaces popping up everywhere.
Well,
I
I'm
see.
interested. I'm super
Yeah.
interested, you know, it's very cool to me and I will listen before I buy for a while, you know.
Yeah.
But I was listening to their cool mental health thing and then they were like, why don't you like come on to our Discord and learn a little bit more? And long and the short of it, I had them on yesterday and I got my first Peanut protocol, aka PP, and yeah.
Oh, that's the PP.
Right. That's my new PFP. So you know, that is the Peanut protocol. It is adult humor, all is good jest, and like you get them nuts. Like it's hysterical to me.
You get them
But
nuts.
you just kind of laugh about it because this shit is funny, you know. People are funny and it's doesn't have to be that anyone's trying to be gross or anything like that. They just straight up, you know, it's funny. So they've been really cool and I've really been enjoying their community and they've got some really smart people in there every first Wednesday or every Wednesday. And I'll probably just every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they chat about mental health in the space.
Awesome. Yeah.
In the Web3 space, which I think is really helpful because a lot of people are pretty isolated from what I can understand who do this. And the first Wednesday of every month, it's men's mental health. And this one coming up on the 2nd is for veterans. So I just, you know, I'm just giving them a shout because I just like, you know, I'm going to be interested because of your art. And then I'm going to listen to who you are, you know? And so, yeah, I have a few Mickey and Friends statues on VV, not the gold ones that I really want, you know, whatever. If it were up to me, I'd have a lot of Ghost Spider, every format and every way. She is my favorite. It's nice to have a female role model that is in Marvel. I also like, you know, Jean Grey is pretty rad. I have her as Phoenix. I got the, I guess my dorkdom is a little more dorky outside of this, but I pre-ordered this.
You're in good company.
The figure. Yeah, I pre-ordered the figure for when they came out with the Phoenix, where she's in the thing. It's put away. It's in the box. It was one I didn't take out because I like it. I also ordered the Lion-O, you know, Thundercats when that came out. Like,
oh yes.
Yeah, okay. So my OG, like who I really am, is I was Shira, the Princess of Power, and I definitely played with He-Man, and we had the freaking Skeletor.
Did you love the movie?
Yes.
Did you love the movie that came out?
Which movie?
The Masters of the Universe.
Oh my God, yes, it was hysterical.
It was so good,
cheesy,
wasn't it?
Cheesy, right?
Having the plastic, you know, if you take it for what it is, it's exactly like the cartoon. It was
but the ending though, the ending was so perfect, and I hope there's a sequel.
Oh, our daughter, that's her favorite because she watched all the cartoons of that a few years ago when she was younger. And at the end, when like they have that end credit, she's like, "Oh, I know who that is." She's like,
We both screamed in the
gosh,
theater.
so
both me
sad.
and her were like,
Yeah.
I know,
my
and
gosh.
I watched it by myself. I watched it like totally alone, like chilling out in my house. I was like, oh my God, Shira's coming. She's gonna be here, you know.
Yeah. Who is it? Turn around.
Like literally, I had my mom made me the
Spoilers.
costume. I had the like plastic, you know, the thing, and it had like a hologramic sticker that like fell off and it cried. Also had a Mr. T piggy bank. I like absolutely loved A-Team from back then. And that was you know, those are my actual collectibles. Those are the things I collected, right? These like one-off things that like I did the Disney collecting I did do were the globes, the music globes. Okay, here, show them to us.
Here's your I don't know if you can blow this up, D, for me.
Oh yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, I added her Superman. I think this is a different version of Superman. Like they're both in a set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't remember what set this is, but I know this is her favorite one, and it pairs with this Superman. And since she showed yours, I had to pull out mine. These are my favorite Funkos. I don't know if you recognize these guys right here. Love them. Love season 4, by the way. So shout out Ted Lasso, Coach Beard. So, but yeah.
Oh, let me make you smaller. Oh, there you go. Oh, hold on. You're muted. Hold on. You're muted.
Me. They'll hire me. They'll just hire an old lady to play Shira because I'm goofy as shit and it would be funny. Here's my pitch to the Masters of the Universe people. Pick me. I want to be Shira.
Yes.
Just
you
kidding.
can do it. Yes. Go on audition for that.
Yeah, sorry about my mic muted. I'm trying to like learn the ways of the future, right? Like how did you guys get into what you're doing now? And then I'll like kind of flip back.
You want me to tell the story or you want to do it, D?
You tell a better story of how you actually found well, if we're talking about like the NFT / Web3 space.
We talking about the podcasting or NFTs?
Or the podcast.
Well, one begot the other, right? Or was, you know, like, were they
I'll try to give you the fast version then. This was it 2022, D? 2022 DCon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So first time going to Disney in 2022, took our daughter to DCon Anaheim to go to the VV event and also to check out, to meet like all the people in the community. Back then, the community was a little bit bigger. So it was a lot of people to meet, but we had a lot of fun just kind of talking stories. That's what we like to do here in Hawaii. Is we like to socialize a lot. I don't know if you noticed, and I talk too much. There's a term that they call me here. It's called Portuguese or Portuguese, where I talk way too much. So if you run into me in public, you might run away. Although Shane didn't run away. But needless to say, we had a good time when we left that event, and also bringing our daughter. She had no idea she was going to Disney. We surprised her. I think it was the day we got on the plane, we gave her the thing and be like, oh, by the way, here's her late birthday present. And we crammed Disney all in one day, if you can believe that. But when we were waiting at the airport, we had such a great time. We met all these people. Some of them now work for VV before they were content creators. And then some of them are still rocking it hard in the community. It inspired us to want to continue the conversation online. Now, D and I, we've never done something like this before. So we kind of put it out there. If we created a podcast, would you guys listen? And there were some creators that really inspired us. There's creators that aren't here anymore, like Superstar Money. They really inspired us to give this a go, as well as Rob Stuff. Those two creators really, really inspired us to try to do this. And then we tried it, and it was rough. You know, when you get 30 views and no one looks at you, sometimes we still get 30 views these days. And, you know, but then once you get off that little mindset of you're doing it for you and the audience that does watch you, then it kind of goes past that. But if it wasn't for encouragement from creators up here, like you and I don't think we would have gotten this far. But we did 1 year of just recordings. And then 1 year to the date of my birthday, my wife asked me, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, we've never done live streaming before. Let's give it a go. And we tried it and we were hooked. Like once we did the one live stream, we did it every day. Every day. By the way, you know, this show has aired on YouTube for 2 years straight. We've never missed an episode. Never. And shout out to our team. We also have our team in here. We have Raven, as well as The Biggest Bro is also part of True Media. They also do all, and we'll kind of explain what that means a little bit later. But needless to say, we started doing live streams. We had such a great time. We used to be called the Real Uncommon Podcast. which is why you can kind of see it says TRU for true instead, right? So, but anyway, we used to be called the Real Uncommon Podcast. We did that for, I want to say, 2 to 3 years. And then last year, we decided to dissolve that and become True Media Group. And then we invited our community members, our biggest fans. Like Raven was one of our biggest first fans to come and find us. And then the biggest bro was just an employee that decided to come work for us, and he never left. And so why not give our 2 biggest fans a piece of the pie? And so they are now a part of True Media Group. They actually own a piece of this. We're all a partnership. We've been doing this for a year. And I got to say, it's the best team ever. And what's so good about what we can do here is we can cover everything. Like, I'm a big DC guy, so I do a lot of Candy Digital. Also, I've been rocking with the DigiToys crew for a long time. So I cover that. And then Raven and Bro, they do a lot of the Vivi stuff. Raven, she's a mod in Discord. She does a lot of those things. And then the biggest bro, he has his drop shows. And he's just a bundle of joy if you've ever heard this man speak. So between all of that, we try to cover everything in the space. We even do like movie reviews and TV reviews and stuff. So that's kind of the skinny of how we got to do this. This is so much fun. And if you've ever done YouTube before X Spaces, and shout out to the people who do X Spaces because they hold it down, you know what it's like, Briar, when you're up here. It's a high. You know what I mean? You have such a good time just doing this, to a point where I look at a camera and I don't see like maybe 10 people or 500 people. I just see me looking at the camera, wanting to speak, to talk about what I like, talk about my passions, talk about this space. And that's kind of how we got there. Dee, did I miss anything?
Well, that was a short version. So no, I think you got it covered. Yeah. I mean, what I really love about, not just our team, but just when we first started, just the whole online thing, I've noticed that we've grown so much within our own selves, and we've met so many different people, and I'm sure you as well, with collecting and connecting, you meet so many people across the world in different projects, different communities, things like you've never heard of, and it just kind of piques your interest. You go in and listen. You come again and listen some more, and then you're like, okay, these people are pretty cool. And you just kind of, get in there. And that's what we've always wanted to do, was just be more involved in everything and bring people together.
Welcoming to everybody.
Yeah, because you don't just have to be part of one community and you're not allowed to go somewhere else. You should be able to feel free to check out every single community and be part of all those communities that you want, because at the end of the day, we're all here online talking to each other and sharing our experiences, sharing our geekness, whatever it is, our artistry, with people who are, similar to us, and we can connect with them. And we don't have to feel afraid that, oh my gosh, they're going to just call me a nerd because I love this comic, or you're such a geek because you love this Disney princess or whatever. You're free to
be a geek. We want to
be
hear
a geek. Yeah.
Yes. But we have a rule, right, Dee? What's the rule?
We only have the one rule where don't be a dick. That's it.
I mean, it's pretty easy to not be a dick. You just have to
right?
smile at people.
Oh, you would be surprised, Briar.
I know. And you know what? I guess I'm so sweet. I'm just like sweet them out of the dickness sometimes.
I love that.
I'm going to get misquoted on that one, I'm sure. But,
that's okay, pause.
I love that.
But like, sometimes I think like, I'm a really real person, right? Like I'm very, you're going to know what I'm thinking. You're going to know when I'm excited. Like, I think one of the coolest parts of being at D23 for my first time this year, and then being like, they're like, here, we're going to give you a Disney Pinnacle shirt. And I was like, no. Banana Mac was like, why do you look like you're being punished to wear that? Like, you look like you're in trouble. And I was like, because I need to take scissors to it and cut it and make it like a surf top. And I don't want to do that and misrepresent the brand at this event.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to go do is just go be my fucking self, make as many connections as I possibly can. I had
That's
like
it.
a Disney pin on here. You know, I got my
Mhm.
what up, you know, you know, but like, I just went to
Didn't
go
expect that.
be me, you know, and wear my neon pink. And I think like there's a couple good stories from that event and I have to share them because they're too funny. Because like
Yes.
I'm so green. Like you have to understand, I got into Disney Pinnacle in April of 2025 when it went open in public. And when I got that opportunity, I had no idea what I was doing. I traded pins away that I really made a mistake on doing that. I was like, why did I do that? Right?
Yeah.
Look at the value just tripled. What?
Yeah.
And then it's the May the 4th be with you. Now listen, I might not get all them damn trivia questions right, but listen, guys, 4, 5, and 6, this is shit. You will never take that from me. I am not good at trivia. I played trivia with the VV fam. I was like, what is Senator Palpatine's other name? I was like
Carl?
Anybody would have gotten it correct. But like afterwards, I was like, damn it, mute. Like I was just like so mad at myself. I'm not good at word recall, name recall. Anyway, bring me back. Okay, so anyway, it's just been so incredible. So I love all the things. Anyway, a side note, ADHD has been fully intervened here. We're back at D23. Company. We're cool. We're back. We came back. We got this. Gotcha. That's real talk though. Like that's who I really am. And I'm never going to deny that I do like a little bit now. Everyone's a little bit more.
You're in good company. We're all the same here.
Right.
Trust me. I'm just like you.
Cool. And we experience that. And like, because we're all brains are on a rapid pace, like we're thinking about so many things at once. Like, it is you can accept someone swirling on you for a minute. By the way, if you didn't see my PFP, pull that up just so people can see my awesome peanut protocol that I pulled yesterday. Super. It's got a halo. It's like only 58 radioactive or something. Really cool.
Oh, nice.
So when I actually went, it's got a crow in the background. Like that's one of my favorite movies, and a halo, and it's green, and it's right? And it's got a skull. And I just was like, yo, if I was a squirrel, this is me. So that's why I had to make it my PFP.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts. Yeah. Anyway, so, I pull up the way I got into Pinnacle basically is May the 4th be with you. Here we go. They were like parallel stories, right? So I got in between my own worlds and I'm dropping these caps, right? Go. Think like I hear that in the beginning of VV, you had to be like,
oh yeah, super fast.
Like Bruce Lee of
good internet
hitting buttons or something, right?
Yeah.
And so I get the May the 4th be with you. So if you put in May the 4th, the very first one. So this is Disney Pinnacles. I'm not saying this is the only NFT. That was a question that you asked or someone asked that I thought was really interesting, right? Is that, so here we go. We've got this here. I got the number one of 504. And everyone's like, you got the one. I'm like, what the does that mean? Like, really? And I was like, that's cool. Oh, no, that's the newest one. You got to get the OG one.
Which
that's
is the OG one?
You're on
I see. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's the new one. It's also very beautiful. But the other one is my jam because I am the top collector of that pin. And
volume number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. This one right here.
Okay, so if you scroll, now the value right now, whatever, but scroll down, you can see there's analytics, what the recent sales were. Go to details. Oh, you can see all the recent sales there, right?
Oh, details right here. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm looking at it tiny. So
there you are.
Yeah, I'm the top collector of that thing because I was like, yo, one day my number one of 504, very first Disney Pinnacle digital pin drop appearance is going to be worth $50,000. It's going to take a minute, but the right Disney person is going to want that thing because it is OG tech too, right? Like people like that pixel art. People like those old, like this is, we are so new, right? And so I love that pin. So I had
the animation in the back with the X-Wings flying is dope.
Oh yeah. So good, right?
Yeah.
So that's what got me to understand the value of a digital collectible right there. I thought there are 504 of them. I think I own 15. And I have the number one. And it's the very first time Disney Pinnacle did that in a digital trading environment, right? So if you don't know, now you know, and I know you guys know, but maybe the people listening don't know, but Disney Pinnacle has just recently done a ton of epic updates. They are at trading 24 hours a day, selling and buying and marketplace all in the app 24 hours a day. You've got it up on the website. When I get it up on the website, I'm like, what? I'm always used to doing it on my phone.
Yeah, because before it was the trading window was open every like 72 hours or 72 hours, and then they would close it.
Oh, and everyone would be awake and on their phone like all night, and like your kids are like, why am I just watching movies and eating crappy food all day? Right? You're just like, you can't. I gotta get the trades done, you know. And it was like this thing, you know,
complete the steps.
You know, and so you know, they have totally listened to the community, whether the community, you know, in light wants to believe that or not. You know, sometimes I think you get the fudders and people get cranky about stuff, but we all are in the change, right? So all of your complaints have become improvements, and we're very grateful for that. The other collectors in the community, you know. And so what I can say is I've watched this thing in a year and a half grow into something that I never thought. I didn't know it would get there this quickly. And so I'm incredibly proud to be I'm not anymore, but I used to be one of the top 10 collectors in Disney Pinnacle. I pulled back a little bit after, you know, we all made that mistake with the NFT and bought when that shit was super high. And then like 3 weeks later, it was not that high.
It was your education.
It was my education. Disney Pinnacle. Thank you. You made me learn all the things. But it doesn't mean that I went out and sold them. It doesn't mean that I regret any purchase. I made adult informed decisions. And now Pinnacle has taken it to the next level and put all of the analytics right in there. So if you actually scroll up a little bit, we can look at the full analytics on that page. You can click in the top right where it says 2025. Yep. You can see what's still in the wallet, where they're at, where the sales are. You can click through that. So it's just nice that they've taken the time, and you can get all this on your cell phone too.
Yeah.
And so it's good that it's built in there. You can be a more informed collector this way, all through in-app. And if you build a trade with me, we can talk about that.
You can get your comps.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fantastic. Really cool. They have done nothing but improvements. But back to D23 and this real quick story, 2 of them back to back because they happen back to back. And it's, of course, right at the beginning. So we get there, and Magic Pin Collector, shout out to Magic Pin Collector VV fans. He is like a really rad dude and a great part of the community. And I know he's a part of the VV community and just spreading also the word of all the things Disney Pinnacle right now. And so great to be alongside him and helping spread the word, right? And so we're walking from the booth. We're like, let's go get our pins.
That's how you're walking.
I know. Well, I have to, you know, it's hard. I got to demonstrate.
You're determined when your arms swing up above my ears.
I'm ready to go. I was like, yo, motherfuckers, it's time. Barry Pinball is here. I got to show them how it is. You know? I was hyper. I was so excited to be at D23, which I didn't even understand what I was walking into, and be able to be like, yo, check out this scavenger hunt of this thing I love. Like, to imagine, like, it's a little bit of a dream, you know? And so I've got this stack in my like tennis skirt, like pocket thing, you know, where you can put your cell phone, like Lululemon, whatever. And I got all these cards in there. And we walk, and I'm like, yo, that is a big person in a Donald Duck jacket, right? And Magic Pin Collector is like, it's NBA. I went, oh, well, you make no shots, you don't take, or whatever that saying is that I just botched. And I turned around, flipped around, ran right through his media, okay? And I walked up to this dude, and I was like, yo, that is the cool, like this, literally. That is the coolest Donald jacket I've ever seen. Hey, do you know about the Disney Pinnacle scavenger hunt? Let me tell you all. I just told him about the scavenger hunt. I didn't give the whole Briar Jay spiel that I give people in line at rides and stuff when people start listening.
The promo pitch.
It just comes out. I don't even have to try, right? It's just because I'm excited about it. I mean, like, could you click on one of your favorite pins while we're up here, right? And so this happens, right? And afterwards, he's like, "Did you actually like my Donald jacket?" Right? And I go, "Bro, you are exactly what I said. You are the largest human I have ever seen wearing a Donald jacket." Yes, I loved your jacket. I go, my name is, I probably said my real name, you know, because like that person was huge. I wanted to be like real with the person, you know.
Yeah.
It shakes my hand. It was like I had a fucking baby hand. I was like, this is the weirdest experience of my entire life. Like, so big. And he's like, I'm Brooke. And then he's like, this is my brother Robin. And I walk away and I was like, well, that was cool. And then we go up to this like next thing, you know, like nothing. Like they're just people too. Yeah. And hopefully I can get one of those guys to come talk about their love of Disney on my podcast. Cause like I met them, but I didn't really know who they were. I felt so stupid and naive. Like, but that's my innocence, right? Like I really love my Disney pins. And that was the only reason I was really there. So we get up to the next little pin line. There's like a million people. It's like, hey, do you guys know about this free Disney pin scavenger hunt? And they're like, what? Free? And
the magic word.
Me and Magic Pin Collector were out of cards. Like we were just like, shit, we got to go back and get more. Like we literally had to go back and get more. And then we're walking. I'm like, we got to find this one thing. And we find it. And I'm so excited, but I'm overwhelmed because I just met a basketball player, hollered at about 100 people. And, you know, like, and we get there and I'm like, there it is. Scan the thing. I was like, man, I got to go to the bathroom. And as I go to the bathroom, now, why am I not putting 2 and 2 together, folks? Whoopsie. A giant Lego Deadpool comes out of the bathroom. And I'm so mesmerized by the Lego Deadpool.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody probably saw him online. It was freaking awesome. Super cool guy. Right. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, like, all right, got to go to the bathroom. And I walk right into the men's restroom. Like, like, gotta go. And I get all the way in, like, to the to where people are washing their hands. I was like,
corner
there
stall.
are people standing up. This is the moment. You know, like the moment in not Dumb and Dumber, in Ace Ventura Pet Detector, where he's like, dun 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 dun. Let's see that in an instant replay.
Yeah.
That's how I got out. I was like, Robert, we gotta go. Right? Like, we gotta go right now.
Yeah.
And we boogied out of there because I was woo. Yeah. So those are my two little fun stories.
You were coming in hot.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
That is such a good story. Can we kind of continue on this story? Because I would love to know how you met Video Shane. Video Shane is a longtime supporter of the channel who is now a creator that collabs with us every Sunday on one of our shows where we review movies and TVs. We would love to know how you met our brother.
Literally, okay. So truth, super truth, okay? It is just listening to people online and like chiming in, and then next thing you know, I think we found each other somehow in some Disney Pinnacle thing, right? He's like, come to my trivia. I was like,
oh yeah, I remember seeing you in there. Yeah,
I was like, I'll come to the trivia. I'm like, I know what I'm doing, and I suck at trivia because I get like the timer's going, and then I don't know anything, but I knew it before the timer and after the timer. You know, so I got in there and I was like, okay, these people are cool. This guy's doing something cool. I like what's going on. And then I had a whole bunch of life changes. So like those were the facts of how we actually met. Like it was literally just like all digital space, all, hey, come into my McFarlane digital space and on Discord, and we play this trivia and everybody's welcome. And honest to God, it's just the kindness and the like openness to educate, to inform, and just to be open, like come into my environment. You don't know shit. And I'm like, I love me some Batman, y'all. You just don't know that, you know, like really? Love, like there's a video of me painting my wall back black, and I put the Batman symbol on there first before I did that, you know, because like that is like those animated series from the 90s, like OG Tim Burton, the very first one, like how the, you know, Devil Dance of the Pale Blue Light, like that shit's burnt in my brain, you know, Vicky Vale. And then you got the Prince music, dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Kim Basinger.
And they're like fucking the museum up, and you're like, oh my God, I could, what, you know? So that is like, I'm an OG Tim Burton, like facts, like truth facts is like, if you
that's my Batman.
Tim Burton. Yes, that is. It has to be your Batman. It can't be anybody.
My Batman. Yeah, I still remember
Michael
watching
Keaton.
that with my dad.
Yeah, same. And the music, the scores were Danny Elfman. The scores are so
Danny
good.
Elfman. Yeah, it's so haunting.
You know, and I would like listen to that shit before I'd go swim. like swim meets. Like I'll be listening Batman soundtrack. Like,
Were you like that? So I was a big person in scores, like John Williams, Jurassic Park, and all that stuff. Yeah, like I would listen to things just to hype me up. So
Star Wars was pretty good for that. Dun, dun, dun,
you see what you did, Shane? We've tangent now to scores, but it's
See,
still
we're
a
back.
part
Okay,
of me,
we're
my
gonna be back.
friend.
You rewind. Okay, so we come back to Video Shane. Second time around, I invited him to come in and talk with me. I was doing like a nighttime podcast or testing the waters and that. And I do think there's a place for that, talking Disney and talking collectibles in the evening for me. I just think it wasn't the right time for me to be doing it. But what I did do is I was like, this guy's cool, this guy's cool, that guy's cool, that guy's cool. And all of them are from a different bucket. Let me see if I can get all these homies together and just see what happens. And I had all these fun games and like, but then I just like kind of hit mute and just smiled, you know, because I just kind of wanted to hear what they had to say. I think that was like my real introduction. Okay, hold on. This is my version of Cherry. Yeah, this is it was actually you're right. You know, that is all life is a bunch of series of experiments, in my opinion. I think I'm a scientist, you know, in a social way.
We're all astronauts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not from this planet, if you guys didn't know that already, right? And so, like, you know, I think that I just wanted to hear what everybody had to say. And I told Shane, like, Video Shane, like, yo, I got to just get you in here independently because you've got so much to say. And Spinatron, who's a big Panini card collector, like a really big one, got in there. And then it was like, let Spino talk. And everyone just listen to the amazingness and also I was like taking notes, you know, I was like just trying to get it all together. And so
passions start talking, right?
So I had Video Shane, Spinatron, Apache 1999 from our Disney Pinnacle community out there, JJL Smith, and they all seemed to I like that. But is that an NFT? Because it should definitely be one. Anyway.
He is also one of our a longtime supporter and an artist in the space. Shout out to Ronnie. He actually drew this. Let me bring it out.
Wait, is this Spider-Man?
So it's our favorite character together, Spider-Boy. This is the white. This is actually the white book, right? The signature book. He drew this. Let me.
Can you pull this up?
Yeah.
I don't want to bend this because it's like
no.
Yeah. Shout out to Ronnie right here.
Yo,
I believe this is the first one he did.
Those are
for
cool.
someone.
One of one, and no sleeping. You can't have it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's
you're a really great
artist.
artist. Way to go, dude. Like,
from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, he's a talented individual. And he had mentioned earlier up on the top that you're his spirit animal.
Oh, well, I'm down for spirit animals. I'm learning that that's a thing in this web space. So I like spirit animals. I think they're cool. They told me a long time that I was a unicorn, basically, because they were telling me, you know, things about my brain and stuff. And I was like, what? So I think half my spirit animal is a unicorn. But okay, cool. I'm glad to be your spirit animal. I don't know what that means, but I'm in.
Yeah, I think he just loves your energy and your vibe.
Okay, cool.
They like you. They like you. We're getting DMs here.
That's good to know. It is weird, you know, like you were asking, like, you know, how do you do these things? So I got those guys in there, and then I'm just like, hey, Shane, is this safe? Hey, Shane, what are we talking about? And then he's like, Suye, Mio, Suye. And that's like all happening like right now. And of course I'm not on it, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm learning. I wanted to be here, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no, aren't they in an hour from now? Aren't they?
I don't,
are they?
You know what? There are some, I am going to set my clock up with all the time zones because I can't.
Yeah,
right?
And I feel bad because we don't like to stream because like we're a big fan of the Collectors Hub. Shout out to Mainzy. So we try not to like go on at the same time as them, but that's okay.
I don't actually know how any of it works, but I'm trying my best to not also do those things. So always collaborating on calendars would be cool with me.
The space is heating up. You're bound to do cross streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but so like he kept talking about it and I'm like, that's cool. And then D23 comes, right? And wasn't going to be able to go, whatever. Next thing you know, he's like, I'm coming to D23. I was like, you're going to D23. Like, oh my gosh, like digital people I'm getting to meet in real life. And,
Yeah,
I was
that's
really
cool.
excited to get to meet him. And so then they're like, he's calling me like, yo, can you bring my pass out? I'm like, oh, I'm coming, and I'm like running out there. But what nobody knew is I was having like, I don't know if it was like day 2, like nervousness after a really good first day, or like being over 40 and a woman and riding some hormonal waves that don't make sense to anybody. But if probably ate more like lion's mane mushrooms or something, I'd be better, that phase of life. Good times, guys. Good times. And so I was like, I'd be happy. And then I'd be like, why are there tears? Like shit. Like I had no control of it. Right. And so I go outside and I see Shane and he just like opens his mouth. And I was like, okay. Cool. I was like, can we get a taco? I haven't eaten.
Briar.
He's like, let's go eat,
Yeah, you want to get a taco?
That's all you needed was food. That was
I
like,
always,
yeah,
okay,
food.
when in doubt, I'm hangry. Feed me a taco. It's like
you and D will get lumps.
Yeah, gotta eat all the tacos. And you guys said sushi. Like, I love sushi. So, taco sushi tacos.
Ooh,
Oddball question. You going to DCon this year? DCon 2026?
What is that?
Designer. That's the
Designer
designer.
Con
Oh,
in
the one
Vegas?
in Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah.
So he did actually suggest that I go to that. So I'm going to try to figure out how to be there. Anybody that wants to, offline, if you want to share more information about, I don't know.
Oh, I think
it'd be
Dee's
me
got
like
you.
solo mission, like.
No, Dee's got you. We already have a chat already formulated for all this stuff. So
Okay,
you're
cool.
good to go?
Yeah. Because if not, I go out into the wild west by myself. You know what I mean? Like
You're not going to be left alone. And I don't know if there's a term we like to use called Fremont Crew. It's just a thing where we all kind of met up on Fremont Street, and then it became a thing where when we meet up, the whole idea of Fremont Crew is if you are in the wild, this is the first time you're coming to an event, you are not left behind. And so that's what that chat's all about.
Oh, cool.
Just tell us where you are. We're going to tell you where we are and come to us and let's have a good time. That's that whole idea of what we call Fremont Cruise.
That's really cool because it is like, as I've still kind of chunked through how I'm getting to where I am, and being having a PFP of like a Web3 versus like my fairy pin mother cuteness that I made on AI or whatever, that like feels safe and normal. It's really been about, number one, just the VV fam. Like the VV fam came on, Max and Janie came on. They were my 500th follower, which was just last week, right? And so I was like, yo, since you shout out and said you were my 500th follower, like, let me hook you up with this giveaway of one of these Crypto Slabs Pixies, because I'd love for you to be able to display your pins just more out when you go to the parks, because it'll help draw attention to it or whatever, but also just like, here, you're awesome, thank you for saying you were my 500, thank you for noticing, I guess. Cool. And they came on this my cast and they were so freaking cool. We just got along right away. I'm like, I can't wait to go to the park. And then they just started inviting me into things. I got to go on the Oasis with Emoji and
did you
Magic.
do trivia?
Yeah, that's why I said, oh, the Sith. Oh, Lordy, and I knew
that's where it's from.
It was, and then like getting into O'Malley's space and like, what a cool bro, just like, what a cool, funny, like, and you don't know, it's very, you could just be yourself and be an adult.
He's a lighthouse. He is a lighthouse.
And that's what I told him. I literally wrote him and said, yo,
speaking of the
just
devil,
keep shining, like super shout out to O'Malley. And, but I got rugged O'Malley on his show, like pretty quick in, and everyone's like, I get this, like, welcome to the fam, welcome to the fam, welcome to the fam. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, is this real life? And then I'm messaging Janie, like real person messaging, not through anything. And she's like, yes. And I was like, what? And so here I am, with these great people and just learning about a space that my brain was making up 20 years ago, that before technology was available. I had this dream of like getting people across the world at the exact same time to take a photograph with a disposable camera and record on a like little cassette tape the sound for 1 minute, and then ingraining them in a space where it was dark, but like sensors would shoot off as you walk through this dark space, and one window would light up, but you'd hear the sound from somebody else's window. And the teachers are looking at me like, yeah, you can't do that. And I'm like, why not? And I'm like, how do I find all these people? And like at that point, not even mid 2000s, right? We were not where we just couldn't do something like that so easily. And today we could just do it. Like I could just find a bunch of people on X and say, everybody do this real quick. I'm going to make a 3D art space. And so it is absolutely mind blowing. And the possibilities in this digital realm are just fucking endless. Like so endless. Like I was on a Jay East space this morning, and I try not to chat too much. Shout out Jay East. Gotta love MF, right? He's so funny. And like the people are just so cool. I don't know who any of them are. I bet they're all really cool, rad people.
D was in that space, I think, at 2 a.m. when you popped in.
The other night. Yeah, I saw you pop in.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I'm like half asleep, and I'm like, why is my wife talking in the other room? Because my son woke me up, right? And I'm like, are you on a space? It's 2 in the fucking morning.
It happens sometimes though, right? You pop in, it just happens. And so, I'm in there and I'm like, next thing you know, I'm like, they're talking about VR this morning. I'm like crying, right? Like actual crying on there when I'm talking. And I felt like, sorry guys, it's so emotional, but it was more about the excitement. Like, like maybe we could connect a grandmother who's trapped in her home and can't get somewhere with a grandchild who maybe will never be able to physically meet, and we could get VR and they could hug in that virtual space. Like maybe we're going to be able to help heal people in ways and grow communities in ways we thought like it was never capable, but I was thinking about it, and just didn't know how to do it. And now there's technology that can do it. And I'm not saying I'm the maker. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm not in this for me. I'm in it for the realm of possibilities of like global healing and positivity and like love and acceptance of each other, because there are people building an environment in which like only 5% of the whole world population can even comprehend right now, I think. And I'm just so grateful. I was like, I'm grateful for you, VV fam, for like telling me about this, and the night before I was in, or 2 nights before, I was in Suye's space and just having a chat about 3D printing, and just learning from all these really brilliant minds who are already here. I just feel like I'm got so much to learn and so many questions to ask, and it's just really cool.
And everyone's welcoming. That's the one thing I love about this space. You know what I mean? They're welcoming. They're fun, they're ratchet, and it's all a part of life, right? And you got to have everything. And by the way, when you said rug, I was wondering, did you get rugged by a Millie? And Millie's always been wondering why I don't go into space. Millie, you will not be able to rug me if I don't go up on the... But
at the same time, like what a flippin' honor for that to happen. But it was cool. I think he was aware that like I'm a little Bambi and like that I would maybe not even know that it happened, right? And so he was like, I was talking, he was like, is it fucked up, y'all? I'm about to rug her. I thought about rugging her. And then he talked about what it was. Listen, then he talked about what it was, and like I was like, okay, this is gonna happen to me sometime. And then straight up he's like, so you're retired, tell me about that. And I'm like, well, I have a blah, blah, and it was like, beep.
Walks in the door. Hits the other door inside the door.
Just like laughing. And I was thankful that he actually, I think someone might take that the wrong way, but honest to God, like that person thought about, right? I don't know him, but he thought about how I needed to have that happen. So I understood, and I was appreciative. And even if it was
it's a rite of
subconscious
passion.
Thinking, it was funny. It was super funny.
That's cool.
I was gonna say maybe I don't think Millie likes me that much because he's never rugged me.
I thought you did get rugged.
No, she's gonna send me a DM. Stop lying.
I'm pretty sure you got rugged. He hasn't rugged me yet, but now I'm a target.
I give him shit all the time. I give him thumbs up all the time in spaces.
I'm gonna go on an Oz space. He's gonna message Oz, rug him for me, please.
No,
you won't come on my space so I can rug him. So someone rug him, please. D, rug him on YouTube. Because she's the only one that has a distraction.
The only way to do it is to ban. I don't ban people on YouTube.
Gosh. So, but just fun. And I mean, it's like that kind of fun, right? Where like, that's not, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It was funny as all get out to me. But I think
you gotta have fun in this space. You gotta have fun in this space. If not, why are you doing it?
Oh, yeah, true. 100%. I'm trying to get more of my Disney Pinnacle community to come in and talk and share and express and get into the spaces. You know, and I think a lot of people, like in any of these communities, are super busy and stuff. And I think we're in our communities very, like, it's still pretty new, right? It's only since December 2023. And this will be 3 years in this December. I hope that some really cool, amazing things are coming. You know, I can read all the tea leaves, y'all, but I don't make no predictions that are good financial advice, right? I will never tell you to do anything other than what Alan Falcon preached the whole time I've been here, which is just collect what you love. By the way, have you played CryptoKitties?
You know what? I remember that from last year. I just never bought an egg.
I've only played it for free. I'm gonna have him come on and talk about it. It is so chill, like the music and like and then my daughter's like, what is this eggplant with the cat? So I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is breeding the cat. She's like, I like the eggplant. I was like, don't say that out loud.
There's a whole new meaning to emojis nowadays.
Pause, 9-year-old. Hold on, you know. But you know, it's so interesting to learn and like I said, the OG Peanuts, it was them talking about mental health, the Suye, it was just him. I will say him, they. I might not be saying all the right names, but that community space and just being in JE's space and then hearing him talk and then being able to just like ask the founder the question right there. I think is, if you are new into Web3 or any of these projects, a really great way to learn about what they're about. And if you don't like their attitude or their vibe, you don't need to stay, but you are welcome to always pop into them. That's why they're there. You know, don't be afraid that if it's a bunch of pixelated dudes or a bunch of bored apes that you don't, you know, you can just jump right in and listen. And a lot of the times they're talking about some pretty interesting stuff. Sometimes they're donking around and I leave when I'm not part of that community yet, you know, and notice I said yet. So I think that
you gotta love Ronnie.
You know, so those are just sort of where I'm at. Excited to see what my Mio looks like today.
Oh, did you get one?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a big fan of that project. Now I know D-Roy's been trying to get me to change my PFP. I'm just a big Batman fan. So like for my personal account, I'm rocking a bat cowl. And then for the True Media account, it's got to be your logo, right? So, yeah. But we'll see.
What I liked about that is that you're getting the ability to 3D print your Mio, and you're getting like the ability to print and just like they want you to stick it into AI and like do art with it and do, you know what I mean? There's just stuff to do with the art. And I find that utility of it, that's what I think is a utility. Maybe that's not the rest of the, you know, web.
It's a cool utility. It's a super cool utility.
Okay. It is the right word. Thank you for helping.
Yeah. And the thing about that is like, it can be added later. And the thing about D-Roy that I've always noticed is that man always has surprises ahead. So.
Yeah. And he's always willing to, if there's something he doesn't have yet, you know, the more people you talk about it with him on spaces or message him and Angela will most times find a way to get that, you know, be part of the project.
They're incredible. And I get into these spots and I'm like, tell me more about 3D printing. Tell me more, you know, and then I'm like, hold on, you know, and I ask questions and these are things I'm validly interested in. Right. And like, I'm telling the world my ideas right now, but like, you know, a Mr. Rogers NFT. I will said this in every single space. That dude spread some really goodness, and I would love to find a way to stick it up and attach it to a charity. They do a charity in Pittsburgh where you donate sweaters, right, to people, and it's like the sweater project. And I don't know if they still do it. It was my biggest hit ever on my real Instagram, which is You Always Belong. And that was like over 9,000. It was a long time ago. I'm like, here I am. And the reason that I'm alive is that Mr. Rogers gave me a purpose, and I didn't take my own life multiple times in my life because he kept me shining bright and he kept that that like, you are a community helper. You will help people and look for community helpers. Well, I just figured out how to help myself.
Gave you inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just was such a rad guy. And he just changed so much. Like I want on this, I want to get stained glass up here in a Art Nouveau style, but I want to get the pool with the 2 chairs because he just did things that people weren't willing to do. And you know what? I want to do things that people aren't willing to do too, because why do I care if it's going to make the world a better place, you know? And so, I think that there's ways to do that. I think that it would be cool. And I know that they're already there. And so I want to be a part of or develop or just like experience. Like I don't necessarily, you know, I'm not trying to be the face of anything. I didn't expect to be up here, the fairy pin mother talking. Like the name was kind of a joke. Like we thought it was funny. And Once Upon a Pinnacle, my Instagram page, just to be funny, you know, but being able to, and I think that's why I'm really interested in the Web3 projects that are doing things that make sense to me emotionally, spiritually, ethically. And they're the ones that like, oh, maybe the art gets me first. So then I listen to the space. And if the space is like mental health, I'm like, oh, okay, tell me more, you know? And so I want to be able to have a gallery space where we get to show these things. You know, I'm an artist, but I'm really more of a curator. I'm more of a collector than the one who necessarily needs to make that art, you know? And so I'm thinking to myself, like, how do I get all these cool NFT projects together in one environment so that we can share them all at the same time? You know, I'm like, hashtag get pixelated, coming to Raleigh, North Carolina. Y'all, I'm going to rent the Hilton, like whatever. Like that's my vibe. But I also know we need to still be in the physical realm and with those people too. And so it's kind of a tough place. So, you know, I'm thinking like other side, I know about buying land and building and that. I don't know how to do it, but I know it's a possibility. I live near Epic Games. I straight up told the Pinnacle people at the thing, I'm like, I'm busting into Epic Games. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Help me. You know, like, how do I tell them that we
give me the pitch?
Yeah, just give me something, you know? And so I think that this 3D space really has an opportunity for real openness in the world and ability to share artists on a level like Suye is already doing. I mean, it's just, I go in there, I'm like, pardon me? Like, I just can't wrap my head around the art in there. And I'm like liking all the things and that you can interact with it.
Have you had him on your program yet?
Huh?
Have you had Suye on your program yet?
No, that's supposed. So I did a pre-record with this awesome individual from the Pin Shed, and I feel really bad because I've had to keep bumping it because there's been all these live opportunities. And I think next Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, he'll be on.
When you get him on, have him do a museum tour.
Okay.
Have a tour of his gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll
And he'll go
amazing.
crazy.
He'll go all over the place. So
yeah, I'm gonna die. And then I heard that there's a real gallery, and I was like, have passport, will travel, get me there, you know.
Right.
yeah.
And side note on that, 2 people I interviewed through just like, hey, you're a Disney artist. Tell me things, you know, like how did you know this person? Because it's cool. Let me tell your story. And one does sneaker art, and they were gonna try to get my sneakers done for D23. It didn't work out. And the other one is a former opera, well, still an opera singer, but him and his wife go perform for like elderly people and children and stuff. And they were making costumes. And now he's putting the costume, like the story of the princess in the costumes. Right. And they are like,
cool.
Yo, so I said, D23 or for Singapore, hopefully I'll be there. I want to look like Aurora, like Briar Rose, the peasant version, but like let's glam her the out. You know what I mean? Like
the blings.
Make her blingy because I'm just a peasant girl who likes shiny things. I'm not a princess. You know what I mean? I'm not anybody special. I'm just a normal person. And like, that's what anyway. So, and then like wear the Briar Rose shoes, you know, and just kind of go all decked out. And like, maybe it's going to be in Suye's real gallery one day because they're all Germany and France, and you know, like that would be a place to go wear it if I was going to go be flashy and weird, or maybe just myself, you know. And
you'll start a trend.
You know, ultimately, that stuff is like I can't wait to see it. You know, I just can't wait to have those experiences. And then other things I was thinking about is like, yeah, I'm not. For me to make a detail, I need like a giant wall, and I don't mean like a giant. I see so much that by the time I get to the whole petal of the flower, it's off of the 18 by 24, or it doesn't fit because I get
You need
lost
more
in the
real
light.
estate.
I think I
Yeah.
could probably, if I really took my time, it would take my whole life. I could probably do one really big piece realistically, you know, but that's not my jam. I would much rather be like, hey, you walked into my world and the shit is black, but as you walk through my world, neon things are going to light up, and like, you know, you're going to get that
cool.
figment of the imagination experience. You're just going to experience walking through the darkness, you know? And so
Yeah.
that's kind of where my head really goes when I think about this VR from what they've told me. Like maybe I just make weird experiences for people to be immersed in, because trying to do that in real life the way I wanted to, I mean, you have to have a ton. I mean, not that you don't have to have money to do web stuff, or digital stuff, but you have to have physical space to build something for 300 people to get inside of, where in the virtual world, you don't need that much real estate, right? You might need a virtual amount of real estate, but not that, like, it's just different. You know, the possibilities are wider.
Yeah, there's more to do on the digital level, saving on space, like you said. And what's really cool is nowadays technology and AI have really evolved within like the last few months. It's always updating, upgrading, and just enables us to use that as a tool to just create what is going on in our heads, and just put from brain to paper to like there. And yeah, it's gonna happen. You got so much stuff in your head. I just see like just running on.
You can see it, right? You
I can like see it. I can feel it. Yeah.
It's like the music from a Sleeping Beauty when she's going, you know, like it's just, it is a secret squirrel stuff is happening up there. It's just running around the squirrel, my little PFP. I'm like working. I know it's a guy, but I kind of want to make it a chick, like name and like vibe. But I, you know, just watching, just the possibilities are pretty cool. And I just think that the people who are doing it are just doing really cool things, and they should be all applauded, you know. And ultimately, I was joking, you know, with the guys at OG Peanut, but maybe I want to start telling the story of all these people who are starting this. Like all right, here's my pitch, but it's not a pitch because it just happened right now in my mind. Didn't really think about it, but like, if you want to share your story and you want me to document that on the backside, anybody, let's record what you're doing and why you're doing it and the weird decisions you have to make and what that process is like, because you guys are building stuff that only barely anybody can comprehend, and also like is going to be there it's just going to change the rest of the world for the remainder of people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that you are able to provide that for so many people in the different communities, and just kind of have your doors open and just be yourself with all your energy all bottled up in your body.
I
and
love
just
your energy.
I love your energy. And just you know, be yourself, be goofy. And I think just doing that, and when you reach out to people, they may be you know, a lot of times when people reach out, they're like, oh, I don't have a story. There's nothing interesting about me. Like, why would you want to talk to me? It's like, I'm sure if I asked you like one question, that could ultimately just turn into like so many other different things. Yeah. And at the end, it's like, okay, like 2 hours went by and shit, we've talked a lot, and I've told you a lot of things that I maybe haven't told people. And in a way, that's like their version of, you know, their own story. But you just need to get that little question or that one subject out there, and that just like, oh yeah, I can relate to this because of this. And then that's just that's what I really love about the whole digital space, is we're able to just do that. And you may not know the person that's coming on to your show, your podcast, but maybe there's something you can just relate to them. If you're like scrolling on their timeline and you see like, oh, okay, I know that. Like maybe they put a post about a movie they just saw. It's like, oh yeah, I saw that. And that's like, okay, maybe I'll just start with that. Oh, so did you see like a movie recently? I saw that, you just saw Masters of the Universe, and they're like, oh yeah. Then they go on a tangent. Oh, I love when I was younger, I collected all the posters, and it's like, oh shit, okay, we have more in common than you thought we did.
Yeah.
And just you find all these little special things about people, and a lot of times it's like they don't feel like they have anything to bring to anyone, or if anyone wants to listen to
Yeah, I'm
them.
boring. Nobody wants to listen about my story, and you find out so
Yeah,
much compelling things.
yeah. And so that's what I really love about your energy and what you bring. And like I said, like you being just yourself and being goofy, that maybe like makes other people like, oh okay, yeah, she's like not okay. When was your first NFT bought? How did you feel about it? Did you sell it? It's like, no, like don't be like in the structure. It's like just be yourself. And that's
Well,
what I really love about your energy.
thank you. And that's what I try to do before. So I will like scrub their website and like put what I think is important into chat. Cause like if you're not using AI for stuff when your brain works like this, you should be, because it really is like a very good organizational mind tool. Cause like you saw how many times I was like ping ponging through, but I've been working really hard at like getting back to what I was talking to, which has been challenging for me most of my life, and
I love it.
talking through AI helps you do that. You know what I mean? Actually, because you start to hear how you speak back at you. Well, literally the last time I opened it, which was not, I started talking to me, I was like, did that thing just say motherfucker? Oh man, it must really curse a lot, And so anyway, so like, what I do is I ask the questions I really want to know the answers to, and then I send it to them, and then they answer it. And then I go, here's a script that we probably are never going to use, but it's a great baseline, like baseline. If we get off mark or like we need to get back to something, we can come back.
D, okay, we have an entire script D and I are looking at on our other monitors. We've not even looked at it once. We've not even touched it. And we didn't even tell you we have one, right? But we're always prepped. But we haven't followed it. I haven't even asked one single question on this script. This is all just ad lib.
Yeah.
But
that's the best part.
right?
My daughter. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go right ahead.
No, I was going to say my daughter got this opportunity to do improvisation, right?
Oh, cool.
So it's school because she's got this really great magnet school in North Carolina, right? And she goes, "What's improvisation?" I said, "Girl, you're at the sushi restaurant and I'm the waiter. Give me your order," right? And so she gives me the order. And I'm like, "What do you mean salmon? This is only a tuna." And like and we're back and forth. And then I go, "That's improv." And she's like, "Oh, we do that all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't need to take improv class. We've got that." But having that backup is so important. But also it gives me hey, I know who their Disney characters are. I always ask that stuff. And I will ask that of both of you here just momentarily, And then a question that I think hits people up, and maybe you guys will answer it for me too. So maybe like your top few Disney characters, and I'll say Disney can include Pixar and Star Wars. That's cool with me.
I already got you. I already know what I'm going to say.
Pinnacle doesn't have Marvel yet. Let's just hang tight. I know that the whole community's like, is it coming for Doomsday? Like, we're all just like, when are we going to get Marvel? It's like, did you see Brand New Day?
Yeah, loved it.
That was
very
awesome.
Grounded.
Yes.
Very grounded, yeah. And it really kind of like, it really just focuses how great that character is for Marvel itself, right? Because it's going to bring every facet into the franchise.
Yeah.
Especially that movie.
That movie was... like my daughter and I were like, that was good. I was like, girl, you don't know what this
And I'm a
means.
DC guy, right? I loved it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do love them damn DC movies, but why are they 3.5 hours long? I'm like, could you guys not figure this out in a shorter period?
I like them that long, Briar.
But okay. I'm in. I don't know anything about anything new Batman, but I do like the Superman and like the Crypto and like the one with the dog.
I wept when I watched that. Superman's my favorite.
Super Bowl. Like, I mean, okay, we won't really talk about dun like the music. I can hear it. We used to play the record. Like, we watched Superman all the time. I was Supergirl. I was all those Wonder Woman. Like, I love DC. But I got very far away from it because Marvel took over for me with like X-Men and stuff.
Got you.
And, but anyway, we just totally ADHD'd out.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. I just looked at her and said, this shit is epic, girl. You have no idea what is about to go down. And she's like, what? And I'm like, just wait. It's going to be so cool, you know? And anyway, this is the real question.
Go ahead.
Your 12-year-old self, just who you were, is with you today. Either what would they say about where you are, what you're doing? Like, what would they have to say? What would they say to you looking at you now? And if you want to give a few of your Disney characters, I think that would be cool. And I got a jet in a few minutes to get my kiddo, but these were questions I always ask. And since, you know, you invited me and I want to ask you some questions too.
So my 12-year-old self would probably tell me what happened. You know what I mean? Why'd you get so old and fat? But I'm happy that you're collecting DC. I think that's what my 12-year-old would say. But it's a very loaded question because this media group is really something that I've always wanted to do since I was 12, since I was a kid. I was a writer. I created things. I always drew a lot. And so in my head, I really created this production company in my head. And I used to make like stories where it would be my TV shows. And then lo and behold, now we're a media group and I can really bring these stories to life with AI. And I've been doing that. So I don't know if you noticed, like on our channel, besides the 11 shows, we do have AI content and it's all original content from this brain. I write all the scripts. I do all the storyboards. I do all the animations. I spend hours creating 6 minutes of footage, but this all general content, which is original content. And so I guess my 12-year-old self would say, thank you for bringing some of the vision that we created on paper to life. Because there's one character that I've written. It's called The Riders, an alien that's come to Earth that's basically surveying Earth for an alien invasion. And then there's a story between him and a girl that he meets throughout that journey. And I'm now bringing that story to life with AI. And so I think we're on episode 4 of that. I've transitioned to cartoons because of how YouTube works, but that's what my 12-year-old self would say. And now as for my favorite, I don't want to really kind of keep it just a pinnacle, but my favorite 5 Disney characters is Uncle Scrooge, Baloo from Tailspin, along with Kit from Tailspin, Darkwing Duck,
of course,
and all the gummy bears.
Gummy bears flying here and there and everywhere. Yeah. They are the gummy bears. Yeah, every single like song from all those things I could probably just.
But that goes back to the music you talk about back in the day. Disney was really the vibe. The vibe was there. All of their intros, outros, songs was all there, and they're getting better. They're getting better. Yeah,
I do like the Mandalorian music. Dun dun. I'm in. As soon as I hear that, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah. But that's my answer. Go ahead, Dee.
Love it.
For me, what my 12-year-old self would say to myself, in about 3 decades from now, you'll be doing something you thought you'd never do, but just go with it. And so here I am now. And I've learned a lot in the space. I probably should have made other choices along the way, but if I didn't make those choices, I wouldn't be here now. So I guess the whole butterfly effect, you can't really change that. So as far as my favorite Disney Pixar character, it's not really there's 2. So before I moved to Hawaii, I lived in a really small island in the Pacific in Micronesia, and we didn't have a lot of we didn't have TV, no electricity. So, but we had books in school, and one random book that I always I couldn't read English, or I couldn't speak English back home, but I could see the pictures, and someone in school was able to read that to me and like translate it. And it was The Rescuers. And so I always have loved that story. And I believe they had the cartoon show. But I've always loved that. And when I moved here to Hawaii, my mom, when she could, she used to buy all the Disney, well, not all, but she would get whatever books she could get. And I would just like spend, like, I love books, I love reading. And I would just spend time just rereading the same book over and over. So The Rescuers is like my first Disney related thing ever in my life. And then my first movie that I saw in theater, and the theater is no longer here, they use it for something else, art shows and stuff. I remember exactly what I was wearing that day, that my mom took my brother and I to see Pocahontas. And I've always loved Pocahontas. I'm like, this Indian princess, she's so beautiful. She can sing so well. I love that song. And so Pocahontas has always been my favorite character from when I was younger. And that was my first, for my first Halloween here, I was Pocahontas for Halloween.
That's awesome.
And I tried
You're a
to
good Pocahontas.
reuse the same outfit the year after. And I was like, yeah, I grew a little bit more, so I couldn't wear the same one. But yeah, that's my favorite character. And
Never heard this story before, Briar.
years later, when I was in high school, I was in ensemble. And one of the songs that we performed was "Colors of the Wind," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is wonderful!" But anyway,
What
yeah,
instrument we're singing?
No, I sang. I just sang in the
See, guys,
That
she
was-
can sing.
that was many
See,
years
she
ago.
can sing,
With a
everybody.
group. With a
Millie,
group.
call her out on your space next time.
You know what? We need a karaoke night. Can we make that happen, please, somehow?
Casual used to do those
Yeah,
things.
Casual
Casual
used to
BB,
do
he
that.
actually
Casual.
used to do karaoke.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back, bruh. Let's go. Because, like, I was thinking, oh, how cool would it be to, like, VR and
Or KC, I think
VR
KC
and, like,
did it
singing
too.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be fun. I'm in.
Oh boy.
Real quick, Brian, before you go, because I know you got to go.
Yeah.
Can you give us like the 2-minute pitch on Collectin' and Connectin' Network? I'm very fascinated with this.
Okay. So real quick, really amazing, awesome experience. And this is actually how I became part of the network. Okay. So Paulie Wiswit on X, you can follow him at What Do You Collect or Paulie Wiswit. And he's like, hey, I want to do a episode of What Do You Collect about women in collecting. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I want you to come on and talk about Disney Pinnacle. I was like, okay. And then we're like and we are on YouTube and we're on X. You can subscribe for extra content. We do have a Discord.
I'll put the YouTube in the chat.
Yep. Thank you for dropping that in the chat. We do have a Discord channel that you can join and participate in conversations. That's where all the giveaways and rumbles go. Rumbles are so much fun if you haven't participated in that. We did like a collecting and connecting-a-thon. I'm not really sure. I can't even remember what the hell it was called. It was around the holidays, and we were just on for like fucking ever. It was so much fun, and it was so silly, and it was kind of how we like rebonded. But I got on this first episode, and we're in there. And he's like, "Put your Disney stuff in the back." I'm like, "Bro, I don't keep that stuff out. I keep it like away, you know, because it's like a collectible." Yeah. And I'm in the middle of like moving and transition and shit in my life. I'm like, all right. So I'll put all the things back. I'm like doing my thing. I'm trying my best. And I get on there and he calls me a Disney expert. And I was like, oh shit, I better rise to the occasion because I'm a Disney. I am now. And so I started just following like this. Like, and what I realized is like as I digested more information and got better at understanding Disney, like protocols and like how people do things and drops and like how they talk about it and food and parks and this. And I go to the parks, I'm talking about Disney Pinnacle with people at the parks. Then I got an opportunity he's like, I think we'd like you to have a segment where you talk about Disney. And I was like,
this.
Okay, this is cool. You know, it's like, you want me? Like, oh, good thing I rose to the occasion when you called me a Disney expert. You know, and so they are so cool. There's my little intro. It started just with whatever. That's my old background in the background. And then he made us an intro, outro song. It's like, Briar Jay. And I was like,
that's TLC, Briar. That's TLC.
Yeah. And look, at first I was like, okay, You know, like, what do you mean I have a mug, right? Like, I have,
Sweet,
so I
love
see
that.
he tosses this thing together. It's with all my old logos. I was like, bro, that's not going to look good printed. Hold on. Like AI that thing up real quick. I was like, can you change it before anybody buys anything? So I have a t-shirt, a hat,
That's cool.
and a mug, which is really fun. And intro and outro with like, you know, like at first, like I was like embarrassed, like, oh my God, I have an intro song. Like,
they have a man in the van, D.
Yeah, they do.
Right. It's like I felt cool, you know. But I was like, dude, am I supposed to feel cool? Is my
You're supposed to feel cool.
yeah? And then
Yes,
I was just like, yo, and now I like I dance when it's coming on, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so funny. But it really does. It fits my vibe. Paulie is just so incredible, and he's got so many different people coming together. It is a prime. It first started with mostly NBA Top Shot collectors, or maybe NFL All Day collectors as well. I'm still pretty new, right? Like I'm in the community just for about a year, and with collecting and connecting, and it was about October when I met them. So, and they're like, we want to talk to you and tell you some things. I was like, okay, you know, like, okay, cool, you know, what do you mean? And I'm all in. Let's do it. And so, they've just been so cool, right? They like talk about basketball, which I'll be real, NBA Top Shot, most people like have their opinions about that, has got me, again, just like Disney Pinnacle, has me more involved with Disney Plus, has me going to the parks and more interested, has my daughter and I engaged where we are doing the Disney Plus perks. I'm giving my pitch minus in the middle of this conversation. If you don't know, now you know, get your Disney Plus. If you pay for Disney Plus, you have Disney Plus perks. That gets you a free Disney Pinnacle pin every single month. And I say, if it's free, it's for me. And if Disney's giving me something free and I don't understand a digital collectible, you don't need to. Just get the free one. Okay? That's my pitch. Okay? That is really it.
Sign me up.
Yeah. And then we have trivia, which 100% without question. I mean, I don't know, but I know, right, is that our community was testing trivia and now it's on Disney Plus. And they gave out our pins, popcorn bucket pins, which you can rip a mystery pack open and, you know, see that. And so that's been pretty cool to anyway, then just this group like that. So I've been watching more basketball. I've been watching more Disney. I'll just give my little basketball pitch out here. Love the Spurs. All 5'6" of me, you guys won't believe, for real. But when you meet me, my personality is actually this big. When I met people from like online school during COVID, and they met me in real life, they're like, you're the tiniest person. I thought you were going to be like 6 foot. I'm like, no, hi. But all 5'6" of me played center from 4th grade all the way through 12th grade. And it was like, if the ball's loose, it's yours. And don't let anybody beat you down to the other end of the court. Like, I got some hustle, you know? And so to see, and I was watching those like OG basketball players, like Shaq was a hero. Rodman, I just fucking love Rodman. Dennis Rodman. There was one of the spaces they were talking about, like Dennis Rodman was the first NFT, like a physical one, like, you know, and he's just cool and was a role model for me, and Penny Hardaway and stuff. And so then like to have Wembanyama come in and be this heart and soul, which, you know, I'm a 20-year swim coach. Like that's what I try to breed in people. I've got D1, D2, D3 swimmers out there right now. I'm so fucking proud of them. Never thought I'd be doing this, right? And that not be in that coaching world. But like, it's just, I don't know. It's just incredible. I'm just feeling good. I had ADHD out to wazoo at the end there, but the connected group just brings the heart. They bring the positivity. You really like, everyone's got a hater or comes in and is fuddy. And some days we're having a bad day. You'll look at some of mine. I was going through it. I was like, so guys, I haven't opened my Pinnacle since last 2 weeks. Look at all these cool changes. And you can see my real reaction to them. And I think that was cool. But without doubt, the people in collecting and connecting, they are friends first, homies first. That like, it's cool if you can't make it on because real life happens, you know. Yeah. They'll find a way to fill it in. They're real people. Sometimes it's funny, you know, you get RX on there and dude's never got a shirt on and you're like, every time the dude never has a shirt on. And I didn't know that. And like, I learned that. And I think it is, look, I just said it. It's like RX. It's like late night, midnight. I got the damn shirt. I don't know. Sorry, guys. This is where my name recalls terrible. Look, I'm on it. This is it. You guys are watching dyslexia in real time. Where it recalls out the door. But there's just some really cool people. Banana Mac and I have become like, I feel weird if it's been like more than 3 days without a text message. You know, like I'm like, are you okay? Like, Earth to Banana Mac. Did the Canadian did you fall into the poutine and like make it out? You know, and
too much cheese.
Too much cheese.
Lost in the curds.
Yeah, the people are. It's just the people, and it was funny. Like, you know, when we all talked, I was joking with them behind, like after the first episode of his What Do You Collect? I said, we're all gonna hang out. And I'm like, I can't wait to meet you. And they're like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, no, like it's really going to happen. And then we got to do it at D23. And just like, what a great energy match of
just
people.
Clicked.
And
yeah,
like they're just, honestly, it's like these digital assets are bringing real and can collect.
Creating families.
I didn't mean to say assets, but you know what I mean? These digital collectibles are bringing people together in ways that I don't think any person thought collecting in a digital space would have done for them. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm just grateful for the friendships and the relationships that I'm building. So many smart people to learn from and participate with. And it's the positive vibes, right? The good vibes only was their like original jam. And I'm only about the good vibes. Like, you know what? Bad shit happens. And we have to take a moment to address those things in life. And we have to love each other through it and accept each other through it. And, but also like move through it, right? Like I always say, life is like the waves. You got to learn how to surf, right? If you fall off your board and get smacked in the face a shit ton of times while you're figuring out how to stand up on that motherfucker. There you go. There she is. She let it cut loose at the end. Just for you, Barrington Mother Unhinged. But it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
It is the truth. And really quick.
Storms, and we just gotta like look, get back on that board every time, whether it's got wheels or water or snow. Get back on your board. It will be okay.
Water feels less dangerous.
Yeah,
you can float on water.
I'm an extremist. You know, I do like to enjoy those things, but it's true. Life is exactly like that, and I'm just grateful. Every moment, I'm always giving a shout out to Polly and Banana Mac and how grateful I am, and grateful for Disney Pinnacle to just open my eyes in a very, very completely 100% safe way to blockchain. Through that, I've learned about what blockchain is, taught people about blockchain. And I have a few articles on my X page that I think are really helpful. And they came from conversations with normal people, you know? Yeah. And my normal friends who don't know about this stuff. They're not in the nerd stuff like we all are. And I'm just very blessed and grateful to wake up every day, grateful, wake up every day. Thank God for the sun. You know, I'll say it the way I need to because it's my truth. And we say thank you every night because you get one opportunity to be on this planet. And to me, this is the heaven, y'all. This is the time. We make the heaven or we make the hell, and you can choose. And yeah, shit is bad sometimes, but like we can pull ourselves out of that. We can be the light for other people and build our own communities up, and just grab onto a friend and say, yo, you might not know how to surf, but I can get you back to the water, you know, to the shore from the water. No problem.
Mic drop right there, Briar.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Really quick.
Yeah.
I really resonate with what you guys are doing at Collecting and Connecting. And I feel like we're cousins because we're kind of doing the same thing, but on the Web3 side.
Yeah.
I mean, we mainly started the media group just to kind of hone in on the Web3 side. But if you really notice in Web3, there's not a lot of people like us around. So, you know, Collecting and Connecting Network, people like us that are trying to spread the good word, I am all about that. So whatever we can do to help promote this, please let us know. And
hey,
Briar,
come on to my show. Why don't you guys come on to my show?
Yes.
Done. Let's schedule it.
You tell me when, you know the deal. I try not to step on nobody's toes. I'm on 11 a.m. on my coast. So
Dee's the boss. She literally is the boss. So
yes, the boss will do the boss things. Boss do the boss
She's the
thing.
CEO.
CEO it, girl. You know, do your thing. But, you know, always here to help. And that's really my truth. Like, I want to help celebrate all the communities. I'm really getting into the Web3 stuff. I really think it's cool. Like, I really think it's very cool. So I'm here to help. I'm just here to make the bridges, help build the bridges, and help the connections continue to shine, because everyone says it in this space, rising tides, and we're so early. And you've been to Alaska, Homer, Alaska, the Homer spit, right? It goes like this. You go out on a boat. This is my last little story. My daughter's fine. I've got a little bit of a wiggle room, but I have to tell this one because it is a spiritual. Yo, this has got to be part of it, right? You go out on this boat and you're like, I saw my first sea otter for the first time. You want to talk about a girl's dream? They like, you know, they're mashing the clams on their bellies and stuff. You know, just want to watch them do that. Like, please. So my best friend, Sally, shout out. She's an amazing human. That's a person who's just random, not in the web world, but would be cool to just talk to sometime. Anyway, and my daughter, who was 7, and we get on this boat, and I'm like, oh boy, I don't like boats, but cool. And man, that shit was so cool. And we're looking at the babies, and they're you know, they wrap them into seaweed and stuff. We go through the whole thing. I see real starfish. I'm like crying. I'm just like, this is so epic. And we go to leave, and we're like, now, granted, the tide has risen like 20 feet or something wild, but you don't know until you get back, right, to the docks. And I'm like, oh, look at that sea otter. There's like 16 people on this boat. And this little otter comes up, and I go, bye. I hope you have a good day. And this little dude rolls out, and he goes, we're all like, shut the front door. And they were like, it waved back. I was like, that's not real. That is a robot. You know, that was one story from that. And then another one, just similar, right? My daughter, we did the whole Ice Road Truckers Dalton Highway. We get up, it's summer now. Everyone's like, is it cold? I'm like, have you been to the Arctic in the summer? Shit is hot. It's a desert, yo. It's like hot. Like, so you get up there, and we get to the Coldfoot truck stop, and we're like, shit's going down. Like, you can see shit is going down. We're like, what's going down? There's wildfires. Okay. So we're like, let's go play in the river and come back while we like decompress from the fact that we might be trapped here and have to drive to Dark Horse and fly on an airplane to get home with my little kid. Right. And so we're like, shit. So we go swim in this water, and we're out there, and I'm like, yo, it's going to storm. My friend's like, no, it's not. And the lightning bolts. So we go back, we get into this thing, the wind blows the dust. I mean, it's like this epic moment. And they're shutting the road down. Oh shit. Like wild, like, what am I going to do? So we look at these truckers, and we're like, yo, are you going? And they're like, we're going. So she's like, it's a little da-da-da. She knows CB talk. She tells them the little CB talk. We point to the kid, right? And they're like, we're going, because if you don't go now, you're going to get stuck. So we're going. There's flames on the side of the road. Like, no shit. Like, this was not like high up, but like they were there, because it just starts to like poof. They're jumping. We look at each other. It had put the like, you know, like the guardrail, the pylons, or like the big piece of wood that come up out of the ground are like catching on fire. So we're like watching it jump the road, and we both look at each other like, we should take a video. We both looked at each other. Nobody said a word, and we both shook our head and kept going. And now she's driving the 12 hours. We drove from the Coldfoot. And I mean, this is a funny story, right? Coldfoot, Alaska, all the way to Denali to get away from the smoke. I'm looking, and I'm like, yo, that is the biggest fucking porcupine I've ever seen in my life. Right? And we keep going, and we keep going. And this is my last little favorite. We get to Denali, and I drove to Denali. She slept. She drove the hard part. I had to do the back end. That's like drinking 2 Monsters on a black coffee that's like 3 years old, like just trying to get through it. And we get in there, and I'm like, yo, I saw this porcupine thing. And a guy pulls out a book. He goes, was it this? I go, yeah. He goes, you saw a wolverine. He goes, what? Nobody sees a wolverine. And I was like, what do you mean nobody sees a wolverine? It's like, nobody sees a wolverine. And strangely enough, a decade prior, I'd been burned in a house fire and was healing really quickly. And that was my nickname, was Wolverine. So Wolverine will forever be one of my favorite X-Men. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. Pretty cool. Again, that's that universal God, spirit, whatever. Just a lot of really cool things.
It's a dope story.
So I just appreciate you guys giving me a space to be myself and wanting to actually be interested in just somebody like me. Always just say, I'm just a somebody. I'm not a nobody, but I'm just somebody. I'm just not anybody special.
You're somebody cool.
Thank you.
You are.
And you know about Aloha Friday now, so.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm always given the hang 10 or the shaka, right? It's all the time, because you got to just live your best life. You only get one chance. So the two most important things I tell everybody at the end of my podcast is try your best, because that's all you can do, and have a bunch of fun doing it, because that's what life is about. So
Let's go.
Love it.
Briar Jay, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
y'all.
Please
It was
come
nice.
back.
Hey,
Please come back.
I will come
Yeah, you're
back, and
welcome
let's reach out on the backside, okay?
Done.
Bye.
See
Talk
you.
soon. Aloha. That was,
Oh, that was
awesome. Cool. Oh my goodness. That lady has so much energy.
I
I
know.
was just engulfed in
Makes
it
me like want to run.
entirely. Yeah, I want to do the ear-to-ear run now, guys. I'm telling you right now. We're going to be boxing running. Anyways.
That's okay. When she was doing her running thing, like the soundtrack for a show was playing in my head, and I couldn't pinpoint it. But now that she just saw, I'm like, Chuck. Remember Chuck?
Oh, that's right.
Like that running. Yeah.
Real quick, there's a DM or a message from Millie. He says, Hinano D, did you ever get a care package from VV as an affiliate? So I'm not an affiliate, but D is. Did you get a package, D?
I don't get no package.
Oh, she got no package.
I get no package. Like,
that's okay.
What, digital, physical? What kind of package are we talking about?
I'm not sure.
I'll check
Raven
my
said,
emails.
awesome
I don't
interview.
know. Yeah,
Maybe
that
it
was
just
so
today.
cool.
Yeah, no, that was awesome, guys. I'm gonna run the rewards program right now. D, if you want to give them a skinny on one that's about while I get the giveaway tool ready.
Yeah, so enter Cheers to the Weekend. That gets you into our rewards program, where you can get a chance to win one of these PDLs, which is the promotional designer logos. So you'll get an Aloha Friday one, and keep collecting all 11 to be able to be entered into our rewards program that will enable you to win some free merchandise from our store, our e-store. And you can go check it out on Etsy. It's The True Store. That is
I love the panda.
Yes.
So
There's
cute.
the panda. There's Polly. Oh, it comes in different colors.
Yeah, he's got aqua blue, but yeah, no, shout out to everybody if you're watching now live or on the replay. We appreciate you for watching every single time. Now the CEO has kind of changed things a little bit. I know I'm telling you guys to collect all 11. I am not done creating the entire collection yet. I've just been crazy busy. We had hurricanes and all kinds of stuff, so I'm a bit behind on the content creation as well as the development on our rewards program, so I apologize. I know Cosmo's been waiting for the next PDLs. I do have them ready. I just haven't minted anything yet, so I will get to all that soon, you guys. And I am almost done with Fangirls episode 4, and I'm really happy about that because it's taken me 2 months. I've been having writer's block along with 2 hurricanes, but I do have 2 special community members that will make their debut on Fangirls episode 4, and I think you guys are going to be very, very intrigued on how they come in. So
Pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. So
yeah,
and they've been waiting very patiently for me to finish their episode. So I appreciate you guys. Let me get the giveaway tool ready here.
Yep. So the PDL is animated with sound, which is really cool. Not a lot of things that we used to have that. Oh, it's okay. So make sure you enter Cheers to the Weekend, and we'll run that. How many? Is that 6?
There's 5. That's
Oh,
perfect.
5.
And so what I meant by we're going to change things up a little bit. So instead of collecting all 11 now and waiting, we're going to start running the True Mystery Box once a month, just to trial it out. And then when you collect all 11, it gets better. So just know that just so we don't stall this rewards program and it doesn't get stagnated, we are going to be doing the rewards program once a month. The True Mystery Box will be unlocked once a month. Once you collect all 11, it gets a whole lot better. So we'll just leave it at that. Shout out to Shankster. I see you right there. D, anything else you want to add before I run the giving?
Last chance to enter. If not, we can run it, and just appreciate everyone. I know this was an earlier show, but we actually got a lot time with Briar than I thought we would.
Yeah.
So we were trying to work out the scheduling, and I thought we'd only get an hour, but we got almost 2 with her. So that was
That's what happens when you
really
get 3 Portuguese in the same room.
cool.
We talk a lot. I see you, Smurf Dabs. Let's go.
What's up,
Shout out to
Smurf?
Akal over there. We got the biggest, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you guys. And let's do the giveaway right now, guys.
All right,
For
good luck.
the promotional designer logos, we've renamed them. Let's see who's going to be the first winner because we're gonna draw 3.
3
Dr. Midnight stacking those PDLs. He's been stacking and he's not been slacking. Shout out to Dr. Strange. We're gonna run it again. Let's go for the third. The one more time for the one more time. We like
Let's
to
see.
really get winners here, guys. Adro! Let's go, Adro. But we're not stopping right there. We're doing a third time. Third and final time. Maybe.
Third time's a charm. Let's see who it's gonna be.
It's the comic guy. I love the comic guy, man. Comic guy is awesome. Comic guy, I've been reading my books, but we're doing it a 4th time. One more time.
What?
Let's go. And also,
Oh,
Briar
cool.
will be getting one of these as well.
Yep.
Smurf Dabs! And he came in at the last minute. Let's go. Shout out to our 4 winners. We will be dropping these into your wallet shortly. And if we don't have it, please DM us. And you are automatically entered into our rewards program, which we will be running sometime in the next few days. D, anything else you want to add before we go?
Next few days. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock here, so maybe we'll get some breakfast.
Well, I do have an X-ray. I have to go get an X-ray today, guys. I still got my my foot injuries. That will be the defining factor whether or not I actually get to attend Decon. Is I really want to walk. So
Yeah,
I'm trying my
that's a lot
best,
of walking.
everybody. Trying my best. But shout out to our winners. We have It's Comic Guy, Shagster, Ronnie saying congrats all, Smurf Dabs, and thank you to all the winners. D, close it out.
Yeah, just appreciate everyone for tuning in. Appreciate everyone who's watching on the replay. Love to see everybody in the chats, or if you're just watching and lurking in the background. Thank you everybody for the support. Yeah, please enjoy your Aloha Friday, Aloha weekend, and yeah, have fun in the digital and physical space. And yeah, support one another however and whenever you can. Catch
Oh, yeah.
Big Bro.
Yes.
Oh.
No,
Sorry?
go ahead.
Yeah, catch Big Bro tomorrow. He's going to be doing the
Pulling
drop
it up
show.
right now.
Yeah, the drop show tomorrow for Namor. And
Hold
then
My computer decides to have a brain fart. Here we go.
Poo Poo.
Yes, it decided to do a poo-poo here. All right, bro, I got you. Here we are. And that's not where we should be. Okay.
He's so his stance, Namor's like pose.
This is where Namor should be, not in the fire. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
he
put him
should
in the
be
right
in the
place.
water with the fishies.
Yes.
Yeah, so catch Big Bro on the True Drop Show. He does it normally either 15 to 30 minutes before the drop. So go catch him. Set your reminders on our YouTube channel. And then Sunday, we also have another show. He's going to be covering the VB drop earlier. And then we'll also have...
Oh, that's right. There's Max and Janie drops on... The Epical drops off on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. I
that's-
don't think we've scheduled that one. We need to schedule that one, right?
Yes, we need to schedule
Okay.
that one.
Sorry about that, bro. We will schedule that one. Apologies. We're gonna have an extra show on Sunday. Let's go.
So, and then catch us on Sunday at
Do not
noon
miss.
PST, 12 PST. We're going to be doing episode 2 of Lanterns.
I can't wait.
So, yes, spoilers. If you haven't caught up, go watch number 1 and 2. And then come and join us on Sunday to review, share your thoughts, and speculations for episode 3.
Yes.
Millie,
like,
you are invited if you want to
Episode
come and
2
hang out.
was phenomenal. Like, this show has been outstanding from the get. episode 1 blew me away, but episode 2, spoiler alert, Hal Jordan in the suit, insane. Sinestro. Okay, leaving it at that. It's already out there, guys. I'm sorry. They already have promos out that's been spoiled, but amazing. And episode 3 looks insane. So I'm loving this. Big DC fan, so I'm pretty biased. But I can't wait to talk about this. I think we're going to have a full crew that day, guys. So please join us. It's going to be rad.
Rad. Yeah, come join us. If you're not on the panel, then just hang out in the chats and yeah, just share your thoughts. So it's going to be another great one. And I'm so happy that the Seventh Floor is back. I miss doing that.
Yeah.
With everybody.
The Severed Floor, guys, is our movie and TV review podcast that we do. We started it when we were reviewing Severance. That's why we call it the Severed Floor podcast. But we've reviewed all types of things from Superman, Supergirl, Jurassic World to now everything else in between. So I'm just like you, D. I'm so happy that show's back. And maybe some other shows will be coming back from the hiatus. We'll just have to leave it at that. But close us out, hon.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. We're going to get out of here, but appreciate all the support, all the love. And thank you all for showing up and supporting Briar Jay as well. Please go and follow her on all her socials. Check out her Linktree and the group podcast that she's part of, Collected and Connecting. And just be part of other wonderful communities out there in the space. Until the next time, thank you, everybody, and happy Aloha Friday. See ya.